So you're not going to make it. Don't even strive for perfection. Part of what I think is important is when I'm looking at something that I think is really great, what is it about it that makes it great? Is it perfect? No, I can't even think of something that's perfect. What is it that you look at and you say, that's really great? Is it perfect? And most things aren't. Part of when I'm going through, I was talking earlier to someone and I said, musicians don't realize how special they are. Not just to me, but when I read the comments on videos, music videos from other people, and they talk about like how a certain song reminds them of something or a time in their lives and it's so special to them, I say to myself, do musicians realize how fantastic they are, the gift they give to people? And to me, it's not about perfection. It's about the gift itself. And that's part of what I'm saying, that if we live in a world where things have to be perfect, we'll all be failures. We'll never be perfect. The other thing about that, and going back to politics and about political correctness, is that thing that's about perfect and perfection. So when I'm going through things, they're saying, well, are you sure you want to put that video in your music playlist? Or are you sure about that? Because some people that's the whole point. That's the life they want us to live, where you would just always say, well, I don't know, was that artist politically correct, or should I look into that person? Or no, I don't believe now that they were doing it to be politically correct. I think they were doing it to do to people what they're doing to me. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that was the goal. It's like, for example, I put in a joke in a comment from a comedian. The goal was to stop that comedian from being able to be seen for what he is. I've heard comedians who they love say horrible stuff. And that's my point. If they like you, then you can say anything you want. But if they don't, your career's over. No one should be able to do that to another person. And I wouldn't have time in my life to look up every single thing everybody in the world has done to say, well, is that going to be are we going to, what did they call it when people couldn't work anymore? Cancel people, cancel culture. I'm going to cancel culture. How would you have time to look up every single thing someone has done? A song you like, a movie, an actor, a model. And then you look up everything, and then all of a sudden, what would you watch? What would you listen to? So we're going to deal with this like that. It wouldn't be possible. So canceling people because they said something, or that joke wasn't funny, or this wasn't right, or that's my point. This is what this was trying to do. And I think when we go to politics, it's the same thing. It's about controlling who gets to win, who gets seen as perfect. And they do this a lot. So it's not just happening to me. I think it happened to famous people first. And now that it's happening to us regular folks, we're like, what? I'm just a regular person. What? Why would you have to spend 24/7 surveilling me and making up stuff because I'm not that interesting? That was really it. So they had to put these voices in. I thought the voice was just to harass me. No, it was to make it seem like I'm saying things. And they're like, didn't you remember you said that? It was on television. I can find the news reports. The other big thing about that is then when something happens on television or someone says something and I talk about it, then I'm bad. You're not supposed to talk about things. And that's my point. It's all about controlling culture, controlling society, controlling perfection. And that's the bigger issue. So the bigger issue is going back to the generations again. Do I think something happened with the baby boomers? Yes.